Hey warriors, manipulators don't manipulate everyone. They select targets. And if you've ever walked away from a conversation feeling foggy, like your brain got scrambled while the other person stayed calm, this video is about you, because real manipulation rarely looks like shouting. It doesn't look like rage. It doesn't look like a villain with a smirk. The most dangerous manipulators don't look aggressive. They look reasonable. They sound mature. They talk like they're trying to solve the problem. They use logic like a weapon, and they use your conscience like a leash. Here's the part nobody wants to admit. They don't break you in one move. They rearrange your thinking, slowly, quietly, conversation by conversation, until you start doubting your instincts, questioning your memory, and apologizing for things you didn't even do. And it always starts the same way, not with control, with permission. They watch how you respond to pressure. They listen for guilt. They test how quickly you explain yourself. They scan for that one thing they can pull, your need for harmony, your fear of conflict, your desire to be seen as good. Then they build a system around your weaknesses and call it communication. Machiavelli warned about this hundreds of years ago. People who understand human weakness will always rule those who don't, not because they're smarter, because they're willing to study what makes people bend, willing to push where it hurts, willing to use emotion like a crowbar. So let's be clear, this is not about being nice. This is about mental survival. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 Machiavellian psychology tricks manipulators use, clean, sharp, and practical, so you can spot them fast, shut them down quietly, and stop offering access to your mind. No dramatic confrontation, no calling them out, no speeches that make you feel brave for 10 minutes and vulnerable for 10 months. Just control, quiet control. By the end of this video, manipulators will sense resistance before they even try, because the moment you see the pattern, the illusion dies. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I stay unshaken. Number 1, identify the invisible contract. Most people think manipulation starts with a lie. It doesn't. It starts with a gift. A favor you didn't ask for, help you didn't need, support that came with no strings attached, until suddenly there were strings everywhere. This is the invisible contract, and it's one of the oldest power moves in human psychology. Someone does something for you. Could be small, covers your shift, listens when you're upset, picks up lunch. You feel grateful. That's normal. But a manipulator isn't giving to be kind. They're investing. And when investment time comes, they don't ask politely. They collect. The scary part, you won't see it coming. Because weeks, sometimes months pass between the gift and the demand. So when they finally ask for something that violates your boundaries, your first thought isn't, "This is unfair." It's, "I owe them." That feeling, that's the contract activating. And the manipulator knows exactly how to trigger it. They'll bring up the favor casually, like they're not weaponizing it. "Remember when I helped you move? I was there for you when no one else was. After everything I've done?" Notice the phrasing. They're not asking you to return the favor. They're reminding you that you're already in debt. And if you hesitate, if you try to say no, suddenly you're ungrateful, selfish, a bad friend, a user. Now, you're not just declining a request, you're defending your character. That's how the invisible contract works. It reframes every boundary you set as a betrayal of the relationship. And because you're wired for reciprocity, because you were raised to return kindness, you fold. But reciprocity and manipulation are not the same thing. Reciprocity is balanced. Both people give freely, with no scorecards. Manipulation is transactional. Every gift has a price tag, and you don't find out the cost until you're already holding the bag. So how do you break this contract you never signed? First, you recognize unsolicited favors for what they might be. Not all kindness is manipulation. Most isn't. But when someone keeps helping you in ways you didn't ask for, and those favors feel slightly too generous or too frequent, pay attention. Manipulators overgive intentionally. They're building leverage. Second, you separate gratitude from obligation. You can appreciate what someone did without owing them your boundaries. Gratitude says thank you. Obligation says yes when every part of you wants to say no. When they hit you with, "After all I've done for you," your response is calm and final. "I appreciate what you did. That doesn't change my answer." No apology, no guilt, no renegotiation. Watch what happens next. A healthy person will accept this. They might be disappointed, but they'll respect your boundary because they never expected repayment in the first place. A manipulator? They'll escalate. They'll get offended, hurt, angry, because you just refuse to honor a contract they wrote in invisible ink. And suddenly, their true intention reveals itself. It was never about helping you, it was about controlling you. And that's your confirmation. Once you see this pattern, you'll spot it everywhere. The family member who brings up every sacrifice they made whenever you set a limit. The friend who has your back but expects you to compromise yourself when they need something. The partner who does sweet things, then acts wounded when you don't do exactly what they want. They're all working from the same playbook, the invisible contract, the unspoken debt, the guilt disguised as gratitude. Machiavelli understood this deeply. He wrote that those who make others obligated to them gain power not through force, but through manufactured guilt. And guilt is the most effective chain, because the prisoner locks it themselves. So stop locking yourself in. Stop treating kindness like debt. Stop believing that saying no makes you heartless. A real gift has no conditions. If there are conditions, it was never a gift. It was an investment. And you're not obligated to provide returns on an investment you never agreed to make. The invisible contract only binds you if you believe in it. The moment you stop, it vanishes, and the manipulator is left holding nothing but their own entitlement. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I owe nothing but honesty. Number 2, moral hijacking. This is where they take everything you stand for and turn it into a weapon pointed at you. You believe in forgiveness? They'll remind you that good people forgive. You value loyalty. I thought you had my back. You believe in second chances. Congratulations! You're on chance 70, and they're asking for one more. This is moral hijacking. They identify your values, then twist them into tools that keep you trapped. And it's devastatingly effective because they're not appealing to logic. They're appealing to your identity, to who you believe you are. You're not the type to hold grudges. You're better than this. I know you're understanding. This isn't like you. And because you want to be that person, kind, mature, forgiving, you override your instincts. You suppress your anger. You give another chance even though every cell in your body is screaming to walk away. They've hijacked your morality and turned it into handcuffs. A person lies to you, betrays your trust. It's documented. It happened. But when you confront them, they don't argue the facts. Instead, I messed up, I know, but you've always said everyone deserves a chance to grow. You've always been the person who believes in people. See the trap. They've made it about whether you're consistent with your own values. Now if you hold them accountable, you're the hypocrite. You're the one abandoning your principles. And good people don't abandon their principles, right? Wrong. Here's the truth they're counting on you not realizing. Forgiveness doesn't mean trust. Compassion doesn't mean stupidity. Giving someone a second chance doesn't mean giving them unlimited access to hurt you. You can forgive someone and still remove them from your life. You can wish them well from a distance. You can believe in their potential for growth without volunteering to be the crash test dummy for their development. Boundaries and values aren't enemies, they're partners. When someone says, "I thought you were more understanding," the answer is simple. I am understanding. I understand exactly what happened, and I'm responding accordingly. Don't defend your values, apply them, because the same values that teach you compassion also teach you self-respect. The same principles that encourage forgiveness also demand wisdom. And wisdom says, stop letting people rent space in your life using your own beliefs as the security deposit. Machiavelli observed that the easiest people to control are those with rigid moral codes. Not because morality is weak, but because it's predictable. A manipulator just has to figure out what you value, then frame every request as an extension of that value. You value family. Family sticks together no matter what. You value peace. You're creating unnecessary conflict. You value fairness. You're not being fair to me right now. It's brilliant, really. They're not asking you to compromise your morals. They're asking you to sacrifice yourself in the name of your morals. So redefine the value on your terms. When they say, you believe in second chances, you say, I do, and I've given you several. What I don't believe in is infinite chances